G'day guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I wanted to share with you my recent phone call with Richemont head office, more particularly Cartier and JLC. Now, it's no surprise in my last video, my biggest disappointment of the year has been the Richemont group entirely. Cartier, JLC, Panerai have let me down quite considerably this year. And it's mainly due to the quality control issues with their watches. I've spent lots of money, tens of thousands, I think nearly hundreds of thousands of dollars this year on their products, and out of all the watches I've bought, one of them was defect free, and that was actually a used watch only Panerai that I recently sold off. So look, Cartier head office rang me and asked for my feedback in combination with their other boutiques like JLC and Panerai. Ultimately, I was quite honest with them, told them, look, just going to be speaking bluntly, I'm quite put off with your products. In terms of the service experience in boutique, it is quite substandard just because as these brands increase in price points, they're trying to be more like your luxury, pretentious brands like Louis Vuitton, where you have to wait outside and then pretty much stand around doing fuck all for like an hour or so before you get served. So it's just not a pleasant experience. And that's not specific to Australia. That's also worldwide as well when I visited like the different Cartier boutiques in the UK and Europe. So look, I do appreciate that phone call to that lady who reached out to me the other day. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to let me air out my grievances. I did mention to her that there's no ill feeling towards the brands. I do like those watches still. However, I don't and I won't ever buy another Richemont product from the AD or at the boutique. That's just something that I'm not interested in doing anymore. I will consider Richemont products in the used grey market. However, at the AD, even at the AD, the discounts you get aren't significant enough for me to feel as if that it's worth the money. Overall, we did conclude that conversation on a very positive and mutually respectful manner. We just said, look, not interested. I don't want anything from you guys as well. And they appreciated the feedback. I told them, let's be honest here, more likely than not, nothing's going to happen or come from this essentially. But, again, appreciate your time. So coming out of that discussion, I did take a step back to check stock and just reprioritize myself with what do I want to spend my money on. And look, watches will always be something that I'm going to go and pursue. I'm always going to be buying watches, trading watches, experiencing different horological pieces. However, as a priority for the next year coming 2026, I'm putting my focus on getting a bigger place. Right? Even though I do live in a lovely place in a nice suburb right now, I do eventually want to have kids. I do want to have bigger spaces for my dog to run around. I do want a backyard to hold barbecues like in the Fast and the Furious. So look, in order to do that, I need to take affirmative action into achieving that goal. So what I've done is I've fucked off all of my Richemont watches. My JLC, Cartier, and Panerai have all gone to a new home. And funnily enough, some of those buyers are viewers. Thank you for tuning in and obviously taking those watches. Now, my goal for these watches was never to make money out of them for my viewers, especially the ones who bought these pieces. However, I did pretty good for myself in terms of selling them. I did get most of my money back, especially the JLC. I would have thought that I was going to get fucking pumped for that. However, I got basically everything back. I did lose money, however, on all the extra accessories that I bought. So like the buckle for the Panerai, I bought that buckle because I wanted a new strap, but that strap never came. And then I got told it was going to be 2 weeks, but then it wasn't. And then I lost interest and I sold the piece off. And then now the strap is here. So that's what I've done. The direction I'm taking moving forward is just obviously buying whatever watch that I want. And yes, I'm very happy with my decision just to rip the band-aid off and be done with the Richemont disappointments right now. So look, at the moment, I did get rid of those watches, got the money, put some money aside for the property, and as a reward for myself, which I'll make a video on later, I did get myself a little bit of a treat. However, look, that's the video. Don't want to ramble on too long. What do you think, buddy? Did I do a good job? That's the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and no hate to Richemont. I don't hate or love any brand. I couldn't care less about brands, so to speak. Though moving forward, as I mentioned, grey are used only for Richemont. 40 to 60 to 70% off those products. Then I'll buy them. Otherwise, fuck them. That's the video. See ya. Ooh, yes, paw. Paw. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. Good boy.